Alright guys, back with another one for you, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button now, ring the bell for future uploads, like and comment on this video. I will surely appreciate it. Alright guys, next up on the turntable we've got another Hot Wheels casting, and yet again another 92 Ford Mustang Fox body. I just can't get enough of these Fox bodies. You guys know I love them. But this particular one I'm going to do for a good friend of mine, Instagram friend. He is also a huge Fox body fan, and he's helped me out with finding some pieces lately that I haven't been able to find, or at least that haven't hit my area yet, and I just haven't been able to wait on them and wanted them now. So either way, he's hooked me up with some of that stuff. He's also found some really hard pieces for me to get my hands on and got them over to me. Really great guy. Anyway, so I've sent him a couple of M2 Fox bodies that he really likes and he appreciates, but just wanted to show my appreciation to him a little bit more, and so I figured I'd do him a custom. He does customs himself, but I know me personally, I like to have customs from other people. That being said, I've only got one in my collection, and that is from Scott over at Opaz Diecast Restorations. Love the custom that he did for me. It's a really cool piece. I did one for him, sent him an extra. It was the same exact casting that I did for him. Asked him if he would please do one for me as well, and he did. Turned out great. I love it. Thanks, Scott. Again, anyway, I enjoy having other people's customs, so I thought maybe this guy would enjoy having one of mine as well. I'm sure he will. It's a Fox body. Can't go wrong really. But that being said, now that I'm kind of talking about it, um, I'm also thinking about issuing my first challenge to the YouTube community, and I'll let you guys tell me what you think in the comments, and please, if you watch this and you're interested, or you think it's a bad idea, let me know either way. But personally, I think it's a great idea, and that idea is, so the challenge that I want to issue, I'd like to get as many people as possible, and basically do a custom for somebody else, and whoever else is participating. Say I get 9 other people involved, 10 including myself or more. The more the merrier. I'd be happy to do as many as possible for this challenge. But if you guys let me know if you're interested in that, and then I'll issue another video, or put out another video issuing the challenge, and then we'll set it up from there. But what I want to do is get as many people as involved as possible, and then do a custom, and I'll pair you guys up with each other, and I can either let you guys go into it blindly, and you can just I was thinking you could either do what you're kind of known for as far as customs, or just whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you. And then like I said, I'll pair you up with somebody, and then you'll send your custom to that person, and that person will send their custom to you. Again, I think it would just be cool to have customs from other people, so maybe you guys will agree, and maybe you'll want to jump into that challenge with me. And then I was also thinking, like I said, you could either do what you're known for. In my case, more than likely you're going to get a Mustang if you're paired up with me, or you could, once I pair you up, I could let you know who your pair is, and then you can study that person's channel, or that person's likes a little bit, and see what they really like. What's their favorite casting to collect, or one of their favorite castings, and then hopefully maybe do that particular casting for them. Either way, like I said, let me know in the comments if you guys think that's a good idea or not, and if so, I'll put out a video issuing that challenge. Again, it'll be my first challenge video. I think it's pretty exciting. I've had this idea kicking around in my head for a long time now, and I just wasn't too sure, how accepting of it you guys would be. You know, I know a lot of guys, they're very proud of their customs, and I am too, but I like to share my customs with people. I do customs for people all the time, free of charge, just because they've helped me out in some way and gotten me something that I've really needed or wanted, or, you know, like this one, just to show my appreciation. So, you know, if you guys think it's a good idea and you want to get involved in it, leave me a comment, please. All right, so we'll just move along. Again, Hot Wheels casting 92 Ford Mustang Fox body. One of these ugly art cars again, but you know I'm going to do something special with it, make it nice and beautiful. And I do have this one already drilled apart, so give me a second. We'll pull it apart and let you guys look at the guts. And here it is pulled apart, guys. As always, you know, I kind of feel like this is the most boring part of the video, but I like to share it with you anyway in case you're new to the channel, new to the hobby. This is what these things look like pulled apart. You've got your die-cast casting, your windshield, and your interior, and then your plastic chassis or base, whatever you call it, and then your old ugly old red art wheels here, plastic wheels. Of course, we will be putting a set of new Real Riders on this bad boy for my buddy. As far as the interior, depending on what color I go, I may do the seat inserts, but more than likely I'll probably just leave it black and brand new casting, so I won't have to do anything to the windshield. So next up, guys, I'm going to throw it in the stripper, and I've showed you guys before. I'll go ahead and show you again. There it is back there in the background. We've got the orange goo citrus strip is what I use. Works out great. I've mentioned to you guys before how I do it. We'll show you real quick again. I like to hang it on a little piece of, it's not necessarily clothes hanger, but it's kind of like clothes hanger wire. You can do clothes hanger, whatever you got. I'll dunk it in the stripper. Make sure it gets completely covered back there. Let me get a look at it. Hang on one second. And I'll bring you guys right back to it. I want to make sure it gets fully covered. Dip down in there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And then we'll hang it on my nice little handy hook up here. That way you can just drip on off of there. I've told you guys before the reason I do it like this. You know, a lot of guys just throw it down in there and let it sit in there, and that's perfectly fine. I do it this way because it drains off all the excess, and you know, I like to be as thrifty as possible, especially in this hobby. Save myself some money down the road, so this is what I do. I just use what is necessary to get the paint stripped off, and you know, once the car's covered, it doesn't take a whole lot. It doesn't have to be gopped on there. You know, it could be a nice little coating over the whole car, and I'll let this hang for about 10 minutes or so. Just let all that excess drip off, and then I'll take it and throw it on a paper towel, and you know, you can get this stuff to work in, you know, 3 to 5 hours. I've come back and removed the paint pretty successfully, but I have found it is best for me anyway to just let it sit overnight. I'm in no rush when I'm doing these customs. So yeah, I let them sit overnight, and then the paint just literally washes right off of it. Every once in a blue moon, depending on the casting, you know, you might have to go back and hit some of the spots with a wire brush or something, some of the, you know, crevices, and you know, the door jams, that kind of stuff. But usually that's only when it's like an older casting. I don't know if that's just because the paint's been on there for 10, 15, 20 years and it makes it a little bit harder to come off. But usually with these newer castings, anywhere from like 5 hours to overnight, and you shouldn't have any problem with the citrus strip getting that stuff picked off. So that's going to do it for now, guys. I'm going to get it stripped down, and as usual, I will show you that part of it. And I've done so many of these, I know where the casting lines are, but I will show you those. And talk about what we're going to do to get rid of them. All right, stick around. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got the Fox body casting cleaned up. There wasn't really a whole lot to this one as far as the casting lines. I mean, it had a couple, but the worst of them was really right across the hood of the car. It ran right through here. But again, I've already got it cleaned up, so there's nothing really to show you now except for how it looks after I've taken care of a little bit of sanding that I had to do. A lot of times they'll run right through here. It'll come across there and sometimes down through here, but again, it wasn't very bad at all. Also, typically on these castings, it'll run right down through the back of here, right almost to the edge. They do a pretty good job as far as these Fox bodies, as far as I'm concerned, in hiding the casting line. So again, there just really wasn't a whole lot to show you guys, and I've already got it taken care of. So next up, I'm just gonna wipe it down with some alcohol and then get it primed. And this particular one is going to be white. Surprisingly enough, I'm not going to do a metallic on this one. It's just going to be a white. So I will go with a white primer on this one, and like always on my with the primer, it's just going to be a rattle can primer, and then going to get it painted up with some white acrylic paint, and then this one will get some decals. But other than that, there won't be a whole lot to show you guys. I don't want to take up a whole lot of time on this particular video. I know this video is on this Bel Air is kind of long, just because I've kind of showed you guys a lot more steps to it. So we'll keep this one pretty short. Again, I'm about to wipe them both down with some alcohol. Make sure there's no fingerprints left on them so that the primer sticks pretty good to it. And I'm going to get these both primed. Stick around and I will be back with pretty much probably the finished product on this one. Alright guys. Alright guys, it is time for the final reveal, but before I show it to you, we're going to kind of just take a look back at what I started with. One of these 92 Ford Mustang Hot Wheels art cars. I've got tons of these. I bought a bunch of them, and they make really good customs. So to show you what we ended up with, there you go. Again, I mentioned I'm doing this one for a buddy of mine on Instagram. I asked him what his favorite color Fox body was, and he said white, so that's what we went with. And I also showed you guys earlier in the video that this was the paint that I was using, and originally I did use that paint, but once I got the car completed, I was not happy with the way the decals turned out. Some of them were just kind of misplaced, and one of them ended up having a very noticeable hole in it. So me being me, I just wasn't happy enough with it to send it to someone as a representation of one of my customs. So I went ahead and stripped it back down, and of course I just couldn't resist going with a metallic white. So this is what I ended up using instead of the regular gloss white that I originally showed you guys in the beginning of the video. It's not really picking up the metallic on camera. It's a really small flake, but once you get it out in the sunshine, you can see it really nice, and it looks really beautiful. But either way, I'm very pleased with this one and the way that it finally turned out on the second try. I typically hate having to strip my cars back down, especially once I've got it completely finished and decaled and clear coated and all that stuff. But again, I'm my own worst critic, and I couldn't send a custom to somebody else that I wasn't completely happy with. So either way, redid it. Now I'm very pleased with it, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. You can see I went with the Ford Performance Cobra Jet livery on this one. Got the Cobras on the side. I did the Ford Performance on the door, as well as put a Ford logo on the front fender there, and the 5.0 emblem you would see on these 5.0 Fox bodies right there behind the front wheel well. Spinning around on the front, also did the little Ford emblem on the front grille. You guys want to talk about some tiny decals to work with? Those things are extremely small, but I got the job done and looks great. Also, you can see here on the front, I did some headlight decals. I've seen those done on Instagram with other people and their customs, and I thought it just added a really nice touch to the cars. So I thought I'd give it a shot, and absolutely love it. I think they turned out really good. On the rear here, you can see I just detailed the brake lights, the reverse lights, as well as put another little Ford emblem on that rear hatch. Also added a Florida tag to it for him. He is in Oklahoma City. And since it was coming from Florida, I thought it gave it a nice little personal touch. I thought about putting an Oklahoma City tag on it for him, but again, it's coming from Florida, so went with the Florida tag. I enjoy being able to put those on my customs whenever the car allows me to do it, so I do it when I can. Also put a nice chrome set of rail riders on it for him. Cobra Jet over the hood. And detailed the front parking lights a little bit. Also on the rear bumper there, you can see I mimicked some letter inserts that you would find on some of these Fox bodies. Like I said, I was very, very happy with the outcome of this one. In fact, I was so happy with it, and so pleased with it, knowing that I was going to be sending it away and not keeping it for myself. I decided to do one for myself as well. So you guys get a twofer in this video, set of twins. Everything is exactly the same, from the paint to the decals to the details, all the way down to the chrome wheels. Yep, just couldn't do one. I liked it that much. Had to have one for my own collection, so here they are. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping in and checking out another one of my videos. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.